Hey guys, Dr. Benner here from Dr. Expat Wellness. We have Nikki here. Nikki, I have literally just met this weekend. You're the significant other of my sister-in-law, right?
Correct.
And so Nikki and I have had an amazing conversation a few days ago. We continue to have amazing conversations. I think we talked about health. I think we talked about politics. We talked about the United States. We talked about the difference between the United States, the Philippines, so many different aspects. You were Air Force, right?
Yeah.
Thank you for your
Retired
service.
Air Force, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm going to ask you about that in just a moment. You know, Nikki here is the epitome of what this channel is all about, is to be able to help out gentlemen, ladies too, that are expats, that have worked hard all their life, but to be able to help them have the best second part of their life, right?
Correct.
In their little piece of paradise. Nikki, if you want to just take a few moments and tell a little bit about yourself.
I'm retired Air Force after 24 years. I was married to a Filipina early in my career, which lasted 40 years. And we made 5 trips to the Philippines. And I absolutely loved the Philippines, and I loved the Philippine people. And sadly, she passed away. And then I lived the life of an American in America, married to an American woman, which was not as enjoyable as living with a Filipina. So then I came back to the Philippines, and lo and behold, here I am, 84 years old, and I've got a young Filipina in mind and body, but she's a senior, just like I am. And to find love at my age is a miracle in itself. All I can say is that if you come to the Philippines, enjoy the people here, enjoy the different things that you can do here, and if you're in the marrying mood, I would rate the Philippine women #1.
Well, coming from a gentleman that has a Filipino wife, I would have to say I agree, right?
Yep.
And we've had a lot of great conversation about many different subject matters, including our perception of the United States, including our perception of the Philippines, the differences, the pluses and the minuses. What would you say would be, besides your amazing, amazing wife to be, Tina, right? She's absolutely phenomenal. What would you say besides her is your favorite part of the Philippines?
I would say the people. The people here are warm, caring people. 98% of them speak English, so you don't have any troubles getting around places. Everybody almost immediately smiles when they meet you.
Amen.
You don't feel like a stranger whenever you go into a complete Philippine environment. You're an American and you feel kind of out of place, but within 30 minutes, you feel like you're back home again with your family. So to me, I think that's the best thing about the Philippines, is the people.
I would have to agree. You and I are old enough to remember how the United States was, right?
Right.
With manners, politeness, respect.
Right.
Not to say that in the United States we don't have that in certain situations, because I know a lot of amazing people in the United States, but in the Philippines, that's a way of life. You actually literally walk into a mall and the doors open for you. Hello, sir. It's one of these things that you're almost taken back, because you're not, as a person from the United States, not used to that now. At the beginning, literally, I felt a little uncomfortable by it because I was just shocked. But now I look at it every time this young lady or young man does that when we go to the mall. It's like, oh my gosh, that's the way the U.S. used to be. And so, yeah, Nikki, you're exactly right. I mean, some of the things that you're experiencing right now, when I come back to the Philippines, is this respect and just courtesy that we've totally lost in the United States.
And the good food. I'll tell you that right now. I think that the food here is amazing. I've never tasted anything in the Philippines that I didn't like.
So let's talk about the food, because this is the Dr. Expat Wellness channel,
Yes,
right?
correct.
So just like any culture, we can have really good food. And you shared a statement about why you were doing so well in the Philippines. I want you to share that in a moment. But with the Filipino cuisine, absolutely phenomenal. But there are certain things that also can take us down the wrong route as well. Like for instance, rice, right? There's rice is consumed in abundance here, and so when we get older, we become a little bit insulin resistant. So when we have expats over here, this is one of the things I'm going to do is educate people on the Filipino food. Not that I'm an expert in their cuisine, but how the good food that will enhance your physiology, and probably the decisions that you need to choose different options that's going to negatively affect your physiology. But you made a statement about how you would have been in the United States versus if you were over here based off the food.
I've recently come down, I've had kidney problems almost all my life. And I went to a nephrologist in the States, and I told him, I've got a fiance in the Philippines, but I know you guys want to put me on dialysis, and I'd like to go to the Philippines for the dialysis. And the doctor looked at me and he said, okay, I'm kind of knowledgeable about what kind of food is prepared in the Philippines. And you say your fiance is an awesome cook. And I said, yes, she is. She can cook anything. She can make anything taste good. He said, well, this is my advice. If you stay in the States at your age, and I put you on dialysis, you're going to die. He says, I guarantee you, if you go to the Philippines, which is my recommendation, you're going to live a lot longer and a lot happier, because you've got a support system there, and they can take care of you. And my spouse that I'm with right now guards my diet completely. She knows what I can eat and what I can't eat, and they can be stubborn. So if you tell them I want that, then she'll say, no, you can't have it. So, so I think I've extended my life just by coming to the Philippines.
You know what? I'd have to agree. It's not only the food, but when we're talking about stressors that we can have physical stressors, we can have chemical stressors, and then we can have emotional stressors. And I think the emotional stressors that you and I experience probably in the U.S. versus the emotional stressors or lack of stress that we have over here, because life is a little bit slower. Like we've already talked about the politeness, the respect, and so on and so forth. But there's a sense of not so fast pace over here. And so you, even though, as you mentioned, you have some health challenges,
right,
you are sharp as a tack. I mean, we talked about ins and outs, politics, and so on and so forth. We're going to continue to have those conversations. But this man is sharp as a tack. And what I want to do is Nikki, I want to continue to have conversations with you, because we're becoming family right now.
Sure we are.
And hope Nikki follows along with the channel, because we're going to be talking about diet, exercise, stress management, sleep, hydration.
For sure.
Just lifestyle and functional medicine principles that I know is going to be able to enhance Nikki's life. But this is what it's all about. It's about relationships. And so when you come over to the Philippines, we also talked about when expats come over to the Philippines, some of them try to change the Philippines and complain about the Philippines, right?
Correct.
Instead of grabbing onto the Philippines and valuing every aspect of it. And so that's when I become an expat, I'm going to be like you.
Yeah.
I'm going to be looking at the positives, which is 99% positive, and then I'm going to let the 1% go, right? Because I don't want to come on over here and try to Americanize things.
That's right.
That's what I would be leaving. I want to come on over and become part of their community, and that's exactly what Nikki has done.
Yeah, and family is a great thing here, and when you if you do find another love, you're going to be welcomed into that family. But I've never seen such openness to allow people to do that. And they don't look at you sideways. Everything is just the way you're supposed to be. But so are all families in the States are the same way. But I'm less stressed here for sure than I've ever been, because I keep myself fit, and I've got a wonderful family here. And I miss my family back in the States, but I'll go back and see them eventually, so I'm not too worried about that.
Got two amazing families.
Two amazing families. I think the guy upstairs has been looking down on me very, very strong. I think that without him, I couldn't be here like I am now.
Amen. What are you doing tomorrow, Nikki?
Well, I am like I told you, I was 84 years old. The bowling people that I'm going to start bowling with tomorrow don't know that. And I expect to meet a lot of nice Filipino friends and bowlers. And I'm really looking forward to that. I needed some exercise, and this is going to be I'm going to be bowling twice a week here in the Philippines. And I look forward to that challenge and meeting all these nice people.
That's the thing, and building
Yeah.
community, right?
Yeah.
Part of staying healthy is having purpose.
Yep.
Part of staying healthy is, yes, just physiologically staying healthy, but part of staying healthy is having strong support within the community.
Yep.
And serving that community as well. And so, nonetheless, Nikki, I appreciate it.
You're very welcome.
We're going to have many good
Anytime.
conversations. Hey, if you guys want to do this, you know, Nikki is going to be part of my expat community when I come on over here. And what we want to do is we want to see gentlemen and ladies like you that are expats that have worked hard all your life and that are now over here to enjoy yourself and so on and so forth. You have to be spiritually, mentally, and physically optimized. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to enjoy your little piece of heaven. So comment, subscribe, like. Let's continue to share this channel so we can continue to make the expat community more healthy. God bless.
God bless. Thank you.